I'm Matt Bishar with REIT.com here in San Francisco for REITWorld 2013. Joining me for this CEO Spotlight is Scott Frederiksen, the CEO of Welsh Property Trust. Scott, thanks so much for joining us.
Good morning, Matt.
Now, can you bring us up to date on the listing on the Toronto Stock Exchange for your company and explain the connection between the newly listed Canadian REIT, Welsh Property Trust Industrial REIT, and the existing company, Welsh Property Trust?
So back in April, Welsh Property Trust contributed 8.6 million feet of its industrial portfolio into a newly formed entity, which we call WPT Industrial REIT. We then took that entity public in Canada on the Toronto Stock Exchange and raised $100 million in that IPO.
And how has the response been so far since the offering?
The investors in Canada welcome the opportunity to invest in high-quality industrial, and they like exposure to the United States because it gives them U.S. dollar-paid dividends, and it gives them exposure to a recovering economy.
And so now, what are the plans for the proceeds that have been raised?
We're going to take that $100 million of IPO proceeds and we're going to reinvest in real estate that over time will be vended back into the REIT to further grow and diversify the REIT. In fact, we did the first acquisition in July where we took 20 million of that 100 million, bought a $50 million asset in St. Louis. It was a 1.3 million square foot distribution center leased to Unilever on a 10-year lease, and Unilever's an A+ rated credit.
And last question, how has the rise of e-commerce and supply chain consolidation impacted your business?
That's a great question for us, and it's had a significant positive impact on our portfolio, and the reason it has is because if you dig deeper into what we own a very specific niche of the industrial market. We focus on high-function distribution buildings. In fact, if you look at the 10 million square feet that's in the REIT today, the average building size is over 250,000 feet. Average age is about 12 years, which is pretty new for industrial space. And the average clear height, even more significantly, is 31 feet. So those e-commerce companies are always looking for the most functional space in the best markets. And so they've had a significant influence on our portfolio. And today, about a third of our portfolio is occupied by e-commerce companies. And we expect that to continue going forward.
Scott, thanks so much for joining us.
Good to see you again, Matt.
For more on this and other REIT news and analysis, be sure to visit REIT.com.